Okay, welcome back. Now we are giving some information about goodness of fit statistic. We are using here R square as a goodness of fit of test. Uh, R square is also known as coefficient of determination. When you are talking about the simple definition of R square, simply it is the square of the correlation. R square states that how much change has been occurring in dependent variable due to change in independent variable. Okay, let we have dependent variable yt is equal to beta 1 plus ut. Okay, there are some formulation for making the r square. Okay, let's see here. TSS, total residual sum of square, uh, or you can say that total sum of square is equal to summation yt minus y bar square is equal to, this is called the total variation. Okay, TSS is equal to ESS plus RSS. When you are talking about the ESS, it is explained variation, and when you are talking about the RSS, it is unexplained variation, and you are very familiar with RSS now, that residual sum of square. Okay, that's it. Here is the first formula for the R square. R square is equal to explained variation divided by total variation. Okay, you can call it R square is equal to ESS divided by TSS, and here is the complete formula for R square is equal to summation y hat t minus y bar square divided by summation y minus y hat square. Okay, the other formula for the R square is R square is equal to 1 minus unexplained variation divided by total variation. Okay, we can call it R square is equal to 1 minus RSS divided by TSS. Okay, for the simplification or for the calculation uh, of RSS, TSS and ESS, here we have the formulas that summation y hat minus y bar square is equal to beta 1 summation y plus beta 2 summation xy minus summation y hat square, so on. You can calculate RSS, TSS and ESS from these formulas. Okay, R square must always lies between 0 and 1. So keep it in mind that the value of R square is ranges 0 and 1. So R square is not supposed to be negative. So when you are talking about the R square is equal to 0, the R square for getting the R square is equal to 0, the residual sum of square is equal to total variation must be is equal to each other. So our explained variation is equal to 0. In this case, our independent variables are explaining nothing. Okay, ESS is equal to TSS, R square, residual sum of square is equal to 0. So R square is equal to 1. ESS divided by TSS is equal to 1. This reveals that that the complete variation in the dependent variable is explained by our selected explanatory variable. Okay, in the first case, the method has not succeeded in explaining any of the variability of the y about its mean value, and hence the residual and the total sum of square are equal. So this will that our independent variable, our explanatory variables are unable to explain anything in the dependent variable. This would happen only where estimated value of all of the coefficients are exactly 0. Okay, in the second case, the model has explained all of the variability of y about its mean value, which implies that residual sum of square will be 0. Okay, for the uh, R square, there is a rule of thumb. If R square is greater than 0.8, then our regression model is good fit. This shows that more than 80% variation in the dependent variable has been explained by the independent variable. Okay, this is the simple rule uh, uh, for the R square. Okay, there are some problems with the R square being the goodness of fit measure, that R square is simple to calculate and intuitive to understand and provides a broad indication of the fit of the model to the data. However, there are a number of problems with R square as a goodness of fit measure. So first one is R square is defined in terms of variation about the mean of y. So if a model is reparameterized and the dependent variable change, R square will change even if the second model was a simple rearrangement of the first with the identical RSS. Thus, it is not sensible to compare the value of R square across model with different dependent variables. Okay, R square never falls, so keep it in mind. R square never falls if more regressors are added in the regression line. That if we like if we have a model 1, y is equal to beta 1 plus beta 2 x2 t plus beta 3 x3 t plus u t or u. This is our first model, and by increasing another another independent variable y is equal to beta 1 beta plus beta 2 x2 plus beta 3 x3 plus beta 4 x4. This is our second model. So you have to calculate the R square of this regression line and this regression line, the R square of the second or the last model will be high as compared to the previous or the first model. Okay, R square of the model 2 would be exactly same if our estimated beta 4 is equal to 0, but if estimated beta is insignificant, the R square of the model will also rise. So don't worry, either your included variable is insignificantly playing a part in the dependent variable, but your R square will be rise. Number 4, R square can take value of 0.9 or higher for time series regression, and hence it is not good at discriminating between the models, since a wide array of models will frequently have broadly similar values of R square. So keep it in mind, higher R square is attached with number of other issues which will be discussed in the later session or with another video. Okay, sometimes R square is high, but there are few parameters are significant. In this case, R square is not true representative of goodness of fit. So R square is not a test which is used for checking the goodness of fit. So under such weakness, there is an other method which can be used for the goodness of fit, that is adjusted R square. Okay, for the solution of simple R square, a modification to R square is often made which take into account the loss of degree of freedom associated with adding extra values. This is known as R square hat, or you can call it a adjusted R square. The formula for the adjusted R square hat is equal to 1 minus into t minus 1 divided by t minus k into 1 minus R square. So if an extra regressor is added to the model, k increases, and unless R square increases by a more than offsetting amount, but adjusted R square, you can call it a R square hat, will actually fall. Okay, hence adjusted R square can be used as a decision making as a decision making tool for determining whether a given variable should be included in regression model or not. Simple rule for the included variable: if r square bar or adjusted r square rise, then you can include a variable, but if the adjusted r square falls, then try to not use or not include that a particular variable which you are going to suppose include. Okay, there was a spell mistake, so I have corrected it, so I can read it for you again. Okay, hence R-square can be used as a decision making tool for determining whether a given variable should be included in a regression model or not. As I am going to repeat for you that simple rule for that: include variable if R square rises and do not include if R square falls. So this is the simple interpretation for R square and adjusted R square. So you have learned that simple R square will increases if the number of regressors was increases, and a higher R square is attached with multicollinearity and some other issues at the same time, but the adjusted R square will be a best goodness fit test for regression line.